There are so many different types of data structures and algorithms. To help narrow down my studying, I focused on I'm so hungry. I made some white porridge and I found a box of salted eggs in my fridge, and then also my friend Yuan just came back from Japan and she gave me some furikake, so I'm gonna put this in there. I literally have like nothing in my fridge. I found this bag of frozen white rice, so that's why I'm having some porridge. I also feel a little tickle in my throat and I'm really worried that I'm getting sick. So simple, but so good. I've been awake since 5:30 this morning because I've been jet lagged and I did a little cleaning. Obviously, it's still a work in progress. It's gonna take me a couple days to fully unpack and kind of deep clean this place. So just to catch you all up, I was in Asia for the past 2-ish weeks, and this was a really last minute trip. I had to go back for some family things. I had to buy a plane ticket and reschedule my entire life for the next 2 weeks within like 48 hours. So it was a really stressful period of time, and I did not film much in Asia at all. I got to see my mom and my dad and spend time with my grandma. After trips like these, I end up feeling really energized and refreshed. It obviously is so healing and grounding to be surrounded by family, and it was definitely the reset that I need and the encouragement that I need. Feeling good, so I'm ready to go back into this job search. Before I left for Asia, I actually did go through first rounds with a company and they moved me on, but then I had to tell them that I have this urgent trip back home, so I'm not going to be available for the next 2 weeks. I actually was highly contemplating on just taking the next round abroad, but the time difference was so bad, and so I didn't really do anything for this job search while I was abroad for the past 2 weeks. Just pure relaxing, spending time with family, which is good. The recruiter was extremely understanding and they told me to reach back out when I get back. So I actually have a touch base with them later today, and I can only hope that the position is still open and our timelines still match. And if it does, then the next round would be the technicals, and then it's on to final rounds. So usually when I scroll through these job postings, I obviously see the base requirements for coding languages like SQL and Python or R, and for product data science roles specifically, I also see a third requirement, which is proficiency working with one or more analytics and visualization tools. As a data scientist, an important skill to have is the ability to create clear and descriptive visualizations. Especially if you're in the product realm, you will most definitely be asked to make various dashboards, charts, and graphs to measure success and inform stakeholders and leadership of product performance. One popular tool that is used in a lot of big tech companies, including my previous one, is Tableau. My first pass at learning Tableau was actually through my internship. However, if you're a student, you can actually get ahead of the game and start using and learning Tableau today with Tableau for Students. Students enrolled in colleges, universities, and other accredited degree granting institutions can get a free Tableau desktop and Tableau prep license, free access to Tableau e-learning, and 20% off Tableau desktop specialist certification. In my previous role, I made so many Tableau dashboards. I kid you not, over the past 5 years, every week I had some form of interaction with Tableau, whether it's building a Tableau dashboard, editing one, or sending one to a stakeholder to go over some numbers. So just trust me when I tell you that Tableau is an industry-wide use tool and you will not regret learning it. So if you're a student, make sure to take advantage of this. Click the link down below in my description box to download your free Tableau for Students license today. So we are good to move on to the next rounds of interviews with, let's call this company D. The role is still open, and the next round is a 30-minute tech screen that consists of SQL and Python. The Python this time is more of a LeetCode style question, which is definitely a weak point of mine because I don't get these kinds of interviews as often, and I don't touch upon data structures and algorithm style problems in my day-to-day work. But sometimes companies have one centralized interview loop for all types of DS candidates because they want to gauge that you have strong Python fundamentals. The entire interview is 30 minutes, so I probably only have 15 minutes for the Python portion, so I am making a strong assumption that I'll be getting a LeetCode easy problem. Emphasis on assumption. There are so many different types of data structures and algorithms, but to help narrow down my studying, I focused on the ones that are more typically used for easier LeetCode problems. I spent most of this day going through this Code Academy resource, which was extremely helpful for a quick review. I focused on things like lists, which included stacks and queues, strings and subsets, dictionaries, and skipped on harder topics like recursion and trees. After that, I created my little cheat sheet and tried to tackle some problems on LeetCode. A really frustrating thing about tech screens is that they often encompass a wide scope of potential questions. Therefore, I always try to ask my recruiter specific questions before we schedule the tech screen, like, is the Python portion more data manipulation and munging, or more data structures and algorithms? The recruiter should be able to provide you with such information, otherwise you might end up studying for everything, which is such an inefficient use of time. Remember, tech screens should not try to catch you off guard, but instead assess knowledge of relevant concepts that you should know. My skin has been acting up all week. I think it's because of my sleeping schedule, the whole jet lag situation, and then also my eating schedule as well. And I am trying this new Clio cushion. I've been a long time user of their High Glow cushion, which I love. It's like my holy grail cushion. And they recently just sent me their Mesh Glow cushion. And this one I would say is a little lighter. This is the one that I just used on my face. And this one is gonna be really good for warmer months, especially because I sweat so much. Right now, I'm just getting ready. I am meeting Lillian and Sarah for dinner. I have just been so jet lagged. Last night, I went to my friend's house cooling party and I was basically like about to fall asleep on their couch. I also chugged 1.5 Red Bulls when I was there, which is not healthy at all, but a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do to stay awake. After that, I met up with some of my college friends in K-Town and we just had a drink and I was ready to just call it a night. I spent all day today just editing. I've been really bad with editing because this week all I did was study. I have a pretty one-track mind and I'm really bad at multitasking. So when I'm interviewing and studying, I feel like I forget this other part of my life, which is vlogging and editing. Last step, lips. Okay, this is the final look. Gonna get changed and then I'll see you all at dinner.
So is this in replacement of our LA trip? Just this one night?
We can do this 7 times, so that makes up for each day.
No, that's not the same. So not the same. What are you flying? I'm flying Wednesday.
But if that's character, then store it. So D for index and character. Wish me luck. Okay, thank you. This is so pretty. So the set comes with different pieces of fish, salt from all over the world, soy sauce, and a little brush, and then you can make your own like little hand roll. Let's make it a competition. Who can make the best hand roll?
You're already wrong.
I always love making things a competition. I'm like really competitive with my boyfriend.
Only the things she's good at. She'll be like, let me first.
Yeah. Well, but I feel like I'm good at everything.